taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So North Carolina's return man Hartley helped out the offense with that one. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds his man. It's Johnson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He'll keep it himself. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It must have been a brutal week for this defense preparing for this game because of all the different ways they can attack you and because of how athletic this quarterback is and how he can hurt you running the football. He just showed it to you right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on second down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go. And try to make adjustments. After the misfire, it's second down. The give to the tailback. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed on the outside, it's Johnson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Better find the air. Comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They're going to throw it again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. So the Clemson Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
He'll try the left side. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Leaves it with the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You got him in 3rd and long. You know it's a pass. No, it's not until it isn't. They run the football. They get a first down. Frustration. Got to move on to the next play.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Takes the handoff. It's Gentry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. You're a defensive lineman. Pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that pull and making a play, getting a tackle for a loss.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Here comes the offense on first down. And he's knocked down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle, it's Hamilton. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
They'll try the run. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. Give to the running back. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They'll try to sneak it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. At the 6.
Hey, he looks short on that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Gets it out fast. Makes the catch and knocked down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Catch in the middle. It's Hamilton. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They get him down after he makes the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark. the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
All right, now, if you're the quarterback, you got to know, in this game, you better be ready every snap. You better know where the pressure is coming from because this defense is going to bring it from all over the place.
Works the middle of the field. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. They're working that left side. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll immediately call timeout. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Field goal is good. And that took a little longer than expected, but we finally have scoring. It's 3-0. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
The Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is.
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
On the run, it's Gentry. Clemson jumps to the line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm. Fires on the move. Got it past the marker. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something. Try to rally. And the Tigers are flying down the field. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The pitch to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Clemson! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
Man, I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Works his way to the 41, and that... Give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Harrell. He makes the connection. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Pressure come. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Clemson is quick to the line. Trying to pound their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense... And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Green. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8-ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Stopped after making the catch. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Gonna run it. It's Gentry. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This feels like four-down territory, third and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. On the move at the 30. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Pocket starts to collapse. Floats it out in space. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
He's really close to that first down.
On second down.
Stop him just a bit short. And the Tar Heels heading quickly to the line. To the air, it's Harrell. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Feeling some heat. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Gonna run it. It's Robinson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Wants to throw. It's Harrell coming after him.
We've seen throughout the course of the season.
Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Well, state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder. Just take care of the football here. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Tigers will hustle to the line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Try to get it to the edge. Running with power.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Powers through the defender. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And that was a nice 2nd down run. It's setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Oh, sweet feet. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage? It's first down from the 11. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They've moved it into scoring territory, first and 10 from the 11. They'll ride the hot hand. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
So that